The smartest mouse in the house. Chapter 1. The abandoned house. There was once a very old, tiled house at the edge of a village. The roof was cracked. Dust covered every corner. Broken rice bags and old wooden boxes were scattered everywhere. For almost 1 year, nobody lived there. Slowly, the empty house became home to a large group of mice. They lived peacefully inside the walls, under the floors, and between the old rice sacks. Every hidden corner of the house was known to them. Which path was safe? Which hole led outside? Where food was hidden? The mice knew everything. To them, the old house was not just a shelter, it was their kingdom. But one day everything changed. A new family moved into the house. They cleaned every room, repaired the doors, and started living there. For the mice, life suddenly became difficult. During the daytime, they stayed hidden quietly. At night, they came out searching for food, crumbs, and leftover rice. But the lady of the house soon became frustrated. These mice are destroying everything, she shouted. How can we live like this? The owner decided to get rid of them. And thus, the war between humans and the mice began. Chapter 2. The First Trap. One evening, the owner brought home a strange iron cage. Inside it, he placed a food. The mice gathered around carefully. What is this? Why does it smell so different? Is it dangerous? None of them touched it. But after some time, one curious mouse entered the cage. Clanch. The trap suddenly shut. The mouse became trapped inside. The other mice watched in horror. That night, fear spread across the house. The next day, the owner smiled proudly. These mice are not smart enough, he said. But he was wrong. After that incident, none of the mice entered the trap again. No matter how much food was placed inside, not a single mouse touched it. The owner became angry. These creatures are smarter than I thought. Chapter 3. Poison. This time, the owner tried something more dangerous. The poisoned fruits. The mice immediately became suspicious. Mice never eat unfamiliar food immediately. They waited, watched, observed. Days passed. Finally, a few hungry mice tasted the poisoned fruit. Within days, 3 mice died. Fear returned once again. The owner continued placing traps everywhere. Nets near walls, sticky boards near corners, poison near storage rooms. The mice became prisoners inside their own house. At night, They were too afraid to come out. Food slowly became scarce. Hunger spread among them, and little by little, the number of mice began decreasing. But among all of them, one mouse remained calm. Her name was Rameli. Chapter 4. Rameli. Unlike others, Rameli was extremely intelligent. She never ran carelessly. She always moved quietly along the corners of the walls, where humans rarely noticed her. Before touching any food, before entering any new place, she waited. She observed carefully. Only after seeing another mouse survive safely would she move forward. She always kept multiple escape routes ready. Even while eating, she watched women movements carefully. And most importantly, Rameli secretly stored food for difficult times. The other mice were shocked. How are you still calm? Aren't you scared? Rameli replied softly. The humans want us to panic. If we survive through patience. We must change our paths until they forget us. The other mice slowly began trusting her leadership. Chapter 5. Fezzu. During those difficult days, Rameli met another mouse named Fezzu. Unlike the others, Fezzu admired her intelligence. You think before every step, he told her. That is why you survive. Slowly, friendship turned into love. Even in the middle of fear and danger, they built a peaceful little life together inside the old rice storage room. After some time, Rameli gave birth to baby mice, and from that moment, everything changed for her. She became fiercely protective. Every day she trained her children carefully. Always move near the corners. Never trust new food. Always keep an escape route ready. And never make unnecessary noise. The children listened carefully to their mother. Because in that house, one mistake meant to death. Chapter 6. The Last Escape. One night, the owner brought dozens of new rice sacks into the storage room. There were nearly 50 sacks stacked together in one corner. For the mice, it became the safest hiding place. Rameli and her family secretly lived inside them. But nearby, there was another small corner with only 5 sacks. One day, one of Rameli's children accidentally ran toward that smaller corner. Rameli immediately chased after the child. No, come back here. That place is dangerous. As she tried bringing the child back, the other baby mice also followed her. At that exact moment, the owner noticed the movement. He grabbed a long stick and rushed toward them. Panic spread instantly. Rameli quickly understood the danger. Run through the corner path, she shouted. One by one, the baby mice escaped exactly as she had trained them. Rameli carefully watched every child. She made sure each one escaped safely. But suddenly, she realized something terrible. She and one final baby mouse were trapped. The owner had blocked the escape route. The baby mouse trembled in fear. Rameli immediately understood the truth. There was no escape left for her. The owner slowly started removing the sacks one by one. Rameli looked at her frightened child lovingly. Then she softly said, listen carefully. When I distract him, you run to the other corner. Find your father. Stay with your brothers and sisters and survive. The baby mouse cried in fear, but Rameli gently pushed him backward. Then she ran toward the owner to distract him. The man immediately chased her. At that exact moment, the little mouse escaped through the hidden corner path and safely reached Fezzu. But Rameli could not escape. That night, while the rain softly fell outside the old house, Rameli sacrificed herself to save her child. And deep inside the dark storage room, Fedju silently held his children close, knowing the bravest mouse he had ever known would never return again. Did you enjoy this story? If you did,